Have you ever watched someone who had everything suddenly face a nightmare they couldn't escape? That's exactly what's happening with King Harris, the son of rap legend T.I. and Tiny. Instead of living out the life of privilege many thought was guaranteed, King is fighting for survival inside prison walls, where last names, Instagram followers, and TV fame mean nothing. We're diving deep into the brutal ambush that left King Harris in intensive care, the family's frantic attempts to save him, and the chilling rumors about what really sparked the attack. What you're about to hear feels less like celebrity gossip and more like a gangster thriller unfolding in real time. But first, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next one. Before we get to the attack, let's rewind. King Harris had already been walking a dangerous line. Despite growing up in luxury, with celebrity parents, private schools, cameras following his every move, King kept leaning into the street persona. He openly trashed authority, shouting things like "forget the police," and pushing back against the very privilege that raised him. So when he skipped a court date and racked up more trouble, nobody was surprised when the judge made an example out of him. The streets were buzzing, mocking him. King grew up rich, so why is he trying to play gangster? But inside prison, there's no space for posturing. And King was about to learn that in the hardest way possible. The attack came swift, brutal, and calculated. According to prison insiders, King was cornered in his block. Within seconds, fists and boots were raining down on him so violently that guards had to drag him out as chaos swallowed the tear. By the time they pulled him free, his face was swollen, his body limp, and the prison was in full-blown riot mode. This wasn't just a random fight. This was an ambush, and whispers from inside say it was planned weeks in advance. Why? Because inside prison, King wasn't just another inmate. He was a statement, a target, a pawn. So what was the motive? Some insiders claim inmates had grown tired of King's attitude, his flashy talk about wealth, his attempts to flex even behind bars. To them, he was a spoiled kid trying to cosplay as a gangster. Others say it was far deeper. King's name carried baggage tied to his parents' lingering scandals and the resentment that comes with celebrity privilege. In prison, respect is everything. And when you're seen as weak, flashy, or disrespectful, you become prey. As one former inmate explained bluntly, "We don't care who your daddy is. Behind bars, your name means nothing. Respect is the only currency. And if you don't earn it, you bleed for it." As soon as news of the attack leaked, social media went nuclear. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Every platform lit up. Some fans flooded timelines with prayers, hoping King would recover. But others mocked him mercilessly, saying things like, "He finally met the real world and couldn't handle it." This split reaction didn't just put pressure on King. It turned the Harris family into the center of a circus they couldn't control. Behind the scenes, panic exploded in the Harris household. Sources close to the family say T.I. hasn't slept since the attack. He's been calling lawyers, politicians, anyone with influence inside the Georgia Department of Corrections. Rumors even suggest he's willing to sign NDAs, cut checks, and make promises just to keep his son alive. Tiny, meanwhile, is running her own war room, working with publicists, allies, and lawyers to spin the narrative. But insiders whisper the couple is breaking down under the pressure, with explosive arguments behind closed doors. The once unshakable Harris dynasty suddenly looks like it's crumbling. And at the center of it all is King, clinging to life in a hospital bed. If you followed King before, you know this meltdown didn't start in prison. Fans still remember that infamous Falcons game months ago when T.I. put King in a headlock live on Instagram after a heated argument about his upbringing. Back then, people thought it was embarrassing. Now, in hindsight, it looks like foreshadowing, a public glimpse into the family chaos boiling beneath the surface. And compared to what's happening now, that headlock was just the warm-up. Here's where things get even more chilling. Insiders say King's ambush wasn't just about ego. It may have been tied to a contraband deal gone wrong. According to whispers, King's name appeared in a prison ledger connected to a broken promise. In prison, a deal gone sideways isn't just bad business, it's a death sentence. And get this, the night of the attack, the surveillance cameras in that section of the prison mysteriously went dark. Officials called it a technical glitch, but no one inside believes that. As one of T.I.'s old managers put it bluntly, "This is Georgia. Cameras break when they need to break." As King fights for his life, the Harris family is fighting their own war. Tiny reportedly wants to push the angle that King is a victim of a broken system. T.I., on the other hand, is doubling down on force, threatening to expose prison corruption and pulling every political string he can. Their strategies clash, and insiders say their marriage is buckling under the weight of it all. Friends close to the family whisper, "This is worse than the lawsuits, worse than the reality TV fallout. It's life and death, and it's tearing them apart." Here's the cold truth. From the moment King walked into prison, he had a bullseye on his back. Private schools, TV fame, viral arguments with his dad. Every detail of his life was public. To hardened inmates, he wasn't intimidating. He was entertainment, and in a world where weakness makes you prey, that's the deadliest label you can carry. This chaos isn't just affecting T.I., Tiny, and King. The other Harris kids are being dragged into the spotlight, with old paternity rumors, resurfaced lawsuits, and messy family drama exploding across social media. The spotlight that once built the Harris brand is now poisoning it. Every headline, every whisper, every viral clip is tearing them apart piece by piece. What we're seeing here is bigger than one family, bigger than one ambush. This is the brutal reality of what happens when fame collides with prison life. Outside, money, fame, and connections can protect you. Inside, they can make you a target. They turn you into a pawn, a bargaining chip, a spectacle. And for King Harris, his last name, his biggest advantage on the outside, has become his deadliest liability inside. So here's the question everyone is asking. Is it too late to save King Harris? Even if T.I. pulls every string, even if Tiny rallies the media, even if doctors keep him alive? What happens when he returns to those prison walls? Does his survival spark another setup, another ambush, another headline? Or is King Harris simply the first domino in a much darker story? One that could expose secrets his family has been trying to bury for years? At the end of the day, King wasn't attacked just for who he is. He was attacked for everything he represents. His family's scandals, his privileged upbringing, and his attempt to play tough in a world that doesn't care about celebrity. And while he fights for his life, his family fights for their legacy. But the deeper question remains, is King Harris just another cautionary tale of fame colliding with reality? Or is his story about to unravel something even bigger? Something that could shake the Harris empire forever? What do you think? Is King Harris paying the price for arrogance? Or is he a victim of a system that was always stacked against him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. And as always, stay active.